Нету продавцов, бывает повысить выручку на каждого продавца, какие ключевые показатели на ежедневной основе. Третий сигнал актуально — это повысить выручку на каждого продавца. Следующий видок есть еще продавать дефицит товара. Кривая аналитика считает по факту, что продажи в каком этапе сделки.
Садись, бери стул, уже мы записываем. Сейчас люди начнут заходить, вот уже заходят. Hello, Katie. How are you?
Привет.
Привет. Слышно?
Какая красивая сегодня.
Я стараюсь, Наталья. Я смотрю, когда вы видео выкладываете, я там как крокодил все время.
Окей.
Я вроде и макияж, и свет все ставлю. А там
Молодцы, отлично.
не узнаю.
Сейчас
подальше
сегодня красивая, да.
Я шучу,
Ну,
я просто критично к себе отношусь.
Ну что, вы со слайдами сегодня, да?
Ну, слайды нет, я просто сделаю verbal update.
Окей.
На самом деле я готовила по Хилоку информацию, но тут случился апдейт по CPI и прогнозы, что будет ставка повышаться в сентябре. Поэтому я могу сейчас поговорить о том, что более, ну, как бы еще более
Опять, да?
привлекательно, и
вот два
закинуть
моргича.
удочку про Хилок, чтобы на следующей неделе приходили.
Окей. Хорошо. У меня вот лично два моргича попали по variable rate. Я все держусь. Они говорят, ну уже не надо, уже жди, когда упадет. И у меня уже как бы, думаю, может
Когда
мне
мачурите? Когда мачурите?
Maturity, вот это хороший вопрос. Сейчас я посмотрю. Видишь, Кэти сразу к делу. Сейчас я включу телефон.
Там надо смотреть, какая сумма, и, ну, цифры считать, что предлагают, чтобы зафиксироваться, потому что еще 3-4 месяца назад они фиксировали только на 5 лет банки, ну, они же хотят держать всех, а сейчас смотрю, они уже стали, так и быть, на 3.
Я поставила один на 3 года 5%, а второй 5,25%. Тот, который, я не знаю, ты в каких банках, именно в Монреаль банке, у меня variable. Сейчас я посмотрю тебе, сколько.
Нужно считать цифры. Меня когда клиенты спрашивают, стоит или не стоит, я говорю, сравнивайте, что вам дают, считайте, сколько будет интерес, на сколько лет, какая пенальти, конкретно цифры считайте.
Ну, variable, получается, penalty нет же, да?
Нет, но если они вас конвертируют на тот период, который вам подходит, то там не будет пенальти. Иногда клиенты...
Я к ней даже ходила, мы с ней там что-то считали и приняли решение, что не надо переводить. У меня appointment был, да? Я не знаю, но тогда уже несколько месяцев назад было такое мнение, что, ну, как бы рейд будет уже не будет повышаться. А сейчас она все продолжает и продолжает, да?
Ну да, сейчас и конца, и края не видно этому.
То есть, я не знаю, может быть, мне стоит ревизит. Сейчас я просто смотрю, где тут мой...
Ну вот у меня на прошлой неделе клиенты, у них в Scotia и Mortgage, но они могут перейти в другой банк и сделать, потому что Scotia всегда чуть дороже. И я им хорошую ставку предложила, они с пенальти переходят. Но у них там сумма небольшая, им могут себе позволить.
Но они могут квалифицироваться, да?
Да,
Да. Мне, наверное, вот такой нашла password. Если он подходит, сейчас я посмотрю. Если нет, тогда потом. Значит, мы можем с тобой записать сразу на это, потому что эти все куда-то побежали с кем-то встречаться. Ну, может, в 10 кто-то и выйдет. Но обычно они где-то в 10. Вильям должен выйти вроде. И Ирина, ты знаешь Ирину Черпак? Она Notary Public вроде бы говорила, что зайдет со свои сервисы предлагать. Но мы
Инна,
не знаем.
Инна
Инна ее зовут, да? Инна
м,
Ерпак, да?
Ерпак, да.
Да, ты с ней знакома?
Ну, у нас пара сделок было совместных.
Ага,
Не
вот у
так что...
меня зашла я в банк. Моргич 145 тысяч, да? Он current interest 6,64 variable. BMO prime rate 7,2. Mortgage cash account 35 тысяч. У меня там есть mortgage cash account, я поэтому не хочу с него переходить.
Мгм.
Знаешь, это он возвращается.
М,
Variable prime минус 56, это то, что они мне дают. И next payment date. Так, а где тут maturity? Я не вижу никаких maturity. Написано renewal date 1 сентября 24.
Через год, короче. Ну, я думаю, что можно спросить, что они дадут сейчас. Если это был рентал, моргачный рентал, то ставка, скорее всего, будет выше, чем то, что сейчас есть. А если это было оформлено как primary residence, то, возможно, они дадут ниже, чем variable, и, может быть, будет иметь смысл на года на 2, на 3 зафиксироваться.
Да. Угу. То
Потому что
есть
если
могу.
будет еще 2 повышения, 0,5%, то это уже выше, чем 7.
А когда следующее повышение?
Плюс к тому можно спросить у них, насколько они будут держать эту ставку, потому что иногда можно сделать реквест и держать какое-то время, она будет валидна, и просто посмотреть, что будет в сентябре. Следующий пересмотр 14 сентября, по-моему, и после этого 6 октября,
Ага,
если не ошибаюсь. И
окей.
сначала разговоры были о том, что повышение будет в октябре, а сейчас они говорят, что возможно в сентябре тоже, потому что прайс индекс растет, инфляция растет, но и потребительная способность, то есть люди не перестают потреблять. Поэтому,
Mortgage. Окей, то есть ты мне советуешь до этого числа сейчас сходить и посмотреть еще раз, да?
ну да, но у вас там сумма небольшая, 145 тысяч, это там интерес, то, что вы сверху платите, он, конечно, не драматичный. Это же, если бы у вас был миллион моргач, тогда это было совсем неприятно.
Мгм. А
145 тысяч.
интерес какой сверху разница? Чтобы я понимала, что я как-то не задумывалась над этим.
Надо смотреть ваш сплит, principal и interest. Вот та ставка новую, которую вам дадут, пусть они вам посчитают, какой будет интерес за это время. Но он еще от амортизации зависит. Сумма небольшая, он у вас, наверное, давно.
Мгм.
То есть там надо все считать правильно, смотреть.
А, Вадик, садись.
Да.
Инна зашла.
Здравствуйте. Hello.
Hello.
Здравствуйте. Очень приятно.
Здравствуйте,
Hello.
Инна.
Здравствуйте.
Мгм. Мы сейчас думали сделать презентацию Катерины про интерес. Рейд вас интересует или вы хотите ваш вопрос сначала? Но Вильям еще не зашел пока. Вильям должен прийти, да? Он где-то заходит обычно почему-то в 10:30. Сейчас я ему напишу. Окей.
А мы с вами еще не знакомы, Инна, да?
Я Инна Юфак, нотариус. А вы?
Меня Вадим зовут.
И вы?
А я с маме помогаю.
А, вы маме помогаете. Катю я знаю.
Да, она говорила, что вы несколько сделок сделали.
Мгм.
Вот, это... Окей, как вы тогда хотите? Пока подождем Вильяма, давайте Кате выступление. Сейчас я ему написала.
Наталья, ну я
Короче,
тогда сейчас сделаю по CPI апдейт, да, и прогноз по ставкам, потому что это самое свежее. А Хилок уже тогда на следующий раз закинем удочку.
ага,
Потому что сейчас про
окей.
CPI все говорят, а про Хилок не очень.
Олега сегодня не будет, он к доктору пошел. То есть Эльвира побежала встречаться с хозяйкой. Там представляем Тенанта, очень трудно, там они пытаются все выжимать. А сейчас Вильям и Эльвира, может быть, позже зайдет, но давайте тогда начинать.
Ну,
Мы пойдем
будем
тогда
лайв?
пойдем на Инстаграм, да?
Окей.
Я просто сейчас сброшу всем общее на Zoom, то, что мы пригласили. Ну, ты тоже захочешь, Инна, рассказать немножко о себе, и чтобы мы записали на Инстаграм, на лайв, нет? Как у тебя настроение? Готова презентация такая?
Меня не предупреждали, что будет презентация какая-то, поэтому я даже не
Не,
знала.
это не обязательно, просто
Ага.
если ты
Просто,
желаешь,
просто
ты
кто я,
можешь
что я, да?
послушать на следующий раз, вот как делает Катерина. Мы
Мгм.
уже делали с ней несколько раз, довольно нормально получилось, потому что там люди заходят и смотрят, там
Мгм.
Наталья,
человек...
единственное, что я весь час не буду, я сделаю апдейт и wrap-up, потому что у меня live-files идут, мне нужно.
Да, конечно. А сколько будет времени?
Ну, несколько параграфов у меня, 4-5
Мгм.
параграфов, вот так.
Потому что, чтобы она была, надо хотя бы, чтобы было 10 минут, да?
Что, для Инстаграма нужно 10 минут?
Да, иногда оно, если раньше оно не записывается.
А
Минимум
ты имеешь в
10,
виду
максимум
лайв?
час. Мгм.
Ну,
Потому
вы-то
что
останетесь?
мы
Да.
на лайв идем.
Давай сделаем не лайв, а просто сделаем рекординг и выставим потом.
Ну, потом это никогда не происходит. Лучше вот сразу и... Ну, может быть,
Потому что
тогда...
quality будет лучше.
Окей, William is here.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
Hi,
William.
William.
Hi.
Yeah, fine, thanks. Yeah.
This is Ina. You spoke with her over the phone
Yeah,
about her client. And this is Katie. You
yeah.
know
Hi.
Katie.
William.
Yeah. Good.
And William, are you okay? We do now Instagram live. So Katie will present, and after her, you can say something about market. As we need at least maybe 10 minutes to be on live for sure to record it after. Yeah.
But not ready yet.
You're not ready?
Yeah.
Elvira ready to talk about rental market? No, sales.
Oh no, but let me finish. I'm doing my stuff, my work right now.
Ага. Тогда, Вадик, ты что-нибудь скажешь. Then Vadim will say там.
What do you want me to say?
Okay, something
Tell
about...
about Grace. Tell about Grace, that we have a new rentals on Grace, let's say.
He'd never been there yet. Okay,
Oh.
so I'm now putting live. It's live now. So, Katie?
Hello, guys. Hi. What I usually start with. Fellow First ABC team and fellow sales. Sorry, something is some sound going.
Inna, can you mute yourself for the second for the presentation? Thank you. Mhm.
I'll
Okay.
start over. Hello, First ABC team, clients and prospects, and thank you for the floor time. My name is Katie Shen. I'm a mortgage broker with RTC Mortgage, and I'll give a short update today from my side. Originally, I was planning to talk a little bit about the changes with home equity line of credit and restrictions Office of Superintendent of Financial Institutions applied on that type of borrowings, but consumer price index update came up last week, and I want to talk about it a little bit more this time and move HELOC update to the next week, because that's the hot topic and everyone is talking about the potential rate increase by Bank of Canada in September. So as I mentioned, last week Statistics of Canada confirmed that our headline consumer price index, we call it CPI, increased from 2.8% to 3.3% in July, and that means an inflation uptick that had been widely expected because comparisons to price increases a year ago are now less favorable, and July results still exceed the consensus forecast of 3%. So at this point in time, we are lucky if our CPI finishes the year in the midst of 4% range. July inflation results are just at the beginning, and there will be plenty of additional upward pressure on our CPI over the remainder of the year. Last month's CPI data showed the belief that a higher for longer rate path will be needed to bring the inflation to heel, and bond market investors are increasingly pricing in that view. The bond futures market has now increased the odds of a Bank of Canada rate hike at its next meeting at about 33%, and it's assigning a 90% probability of another 0.25% increase by the end of the year. So Government of Canada bond yields followed their global counterparts higher last week, and fixed mortgage rates could ratchet up again this week. Last month's inflation data and the newly forming headwind from CPI base effects reinforce the belief that we will see at least one more 0.25% Bank of Canada rate hike and variable rate increase before the year end. So that's an update from my side. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer. And then next week we will chat about the home equity line of credit changes and how it affects the market. Thank you.
Anyone have questions for Katie about mortgages?
I don't know. What else can you tell us? Is there anything else you can update?
So it means if they will increase rate again, so we will not see a big move on purchase and sale market.
So far, the belief is that there will be increases. So at least one till the year end, and there is no sign that inflation is stabilized. So the target is 3% or less by the next year, but so far it is climbing, and consumption continues. So that means the inflation is climbing, but people keep spending. If they would reduce spending, then probably rate hikes would stop, because that would mean that consumers don't have enough. But apparently the spending increases and inflation is going up, so they will keep rising. How it's going to affect the market? Well, the market is still active, right? There are definitely pocket areas where there are multiple offers, and you guys know that better than me. And rent goes up, especially with the wildfires. Like, look what's happening in Kelowna right now. 15,000 houses burned down. So where those people will go?
So my question is, for those who still hold on to variable mortgages, should they hold on to, or should they consult with their bankers to see if it makes sense to change to fixed now?
So my belief is that they should run the numbers, because when clients ask themselves, is that a good time to convert from variable to fixed, they at least compare the two, right? And quite often they don't even do that. They just throw that question up in the air. They don't compare the numbers. So what would make sense to do is talk to the bank and ask them what they will offer to that specific mortgage. 3-4 months ago, they were offering only 5 years fixed. Now I see that they softened a little bit, and they started offering 3 years fixed, because that's what clients typically want. And then it would make sense to compare the interest which client will pay over the new term, and not only monthly payments, but interest paid. And see if there are any penalty involved, because sometimes clients can still qualify and switch from one bank to the other, especially if they paid lump sum payments, if they reduce their principal amount. And so just run the specific numbers and do the comparisons, not just, approach it hypothetically. Do your math. Numbers speak to themselves usually.
Okay, thank you. Any more questions? William, do you have a questions?
I think we can't hear you. I think you're muted.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit scary about the situation because my feeling is that the July and August is quite different. After starting the August, the market is quite soft, in my opinion. And also, I just have a chance to talk with a lot of the, what can I say, the owners who just complete the pre-sales, especially Tower 1 of City of Lougheed, and they are rushing of the inventory because they cannot endure any more about the increase, interest rate increase. So they are trying to sell the property without the tenant. So I was very scared that a lot of the new owners, especially those who bought the pre-sale 3, 4, 5 years ago, they didn't expect this high of interest rate. So right after they complete, because nowadays even assignment of the contract is not easy because many their developers do not allow for them to the assignment of the lease, assignment of the contract. So right after the completion, they are trying to list the property and trying to sell it. So very, very price sensitive, very, very. So anyway, in general, I don't know, maybe other realtor maybe feel different, but my feeling is that, especially starting in August, the market is a little bit softening than the July.
I hear you, and quite often realtors also say that August is a little bit different than any other month because a lot of people take time off. And with the pre-sales, that's actually quite typical because quite often people get into the market 3-4 years before the building completes, and then when it completes, the economic situation and their income structure changes. That happens quite often, not only in this market. But I hear your concern. There definitely will be more properties coming on the market because the owner cannot cannot debt service anymore. Not only because their variable rate increased, but also there will be owners whose mortgage will mature, and from the low fixed rates which they got during COVID time, they will have to renew into higher market rate right now. So those will be also contributors of the inventory. But we will see, sellers quite often are stubborn, and they're sitting on the fence because they understand the value of the investment, right? You know yourself with your current listings that owner was able to actually build a good equity over a very short period of time. So sometimes they find means and they still maintain. It's like on a case-by-case basis. It's different for any owner, but typically in Vancouver, owners and real estate owners, they know the value. They know that that's a very stable, proven type of investment, and they hang on. So we'll see. It's actually quite interesting because so far with the COVID and economy and all the changes, the market was very resilient. It's surprising that with the climbing rates, the prices are still going up.
Yeah, so the price is still going up. So that is, on the other hand, a kind of the risk. And what do you think of the macro economy now? Because I know that the Chinese economy is very slow now and soft, especially the Honda and all the construction issues now, the financial crisis. And also US economy is also very unstable. So I'm just keep closely monitoring the Chinese and US economies now in the macro viewpoints. So I am a little bit negative about the future prospect. So hopefully the market turn around, but maybe I don't think so. Maybe still the China. Anyway, China is a key. How they are doing, but their growth rate is keep going down, and also many people are warning that especially the construction area is a time bomb kind of. So I just want to know more in detail about the macro economy, especially Chinese economy, if anybody knows about that.
Well, what I can tell you for sure that foreign investors definitely looking into Canadian real estate market, because they know that it is more stable market. It has its ups and downs, but it's more stable. And also inflation itself, it's not only within the country closed type of environment, right? Inflation has impacts which come just from the imported goods, and if there are increases in all the consumables in prices of imported goods from abroad, like let's say in China, it will definitely impact Canada too. And we also see the ripple effect of the first increases only. That's what statisticians tell us, that all the layoffs by the large companies and all the impacts on the economy we see right now, that's only impact of the first increases. So we haven't seen the full cycle yet. As you probably heard, TELUS also announced that they will lay off 6,000 people. So that's also very large amount of good portion of their headcount. And recently Rogers and Shaw merged. So that was a financial decision too. A lot of things are changing. Now, on one hand, it will affect some portion of the market. On the other hand, as we saw during COVID, one side of population gets poor, another side of population gets richer. So we just don't know who will end up on which side. That's the thing. But there definitely will be changes, I think, unfortunately.
I have a question to William. When you sign a contract for your clients, when it's property from a developer, can you discuss with development regarding assignment? Or they just prepared the contract and you cannot do anything?
Yes. So if I represent the buyer side, the first question to ask to the developer is about the assignment terms and conditions, of course, because they do not allow the assignment of the contract whatsoever, right? So in that situation, because about 50% of my clients, those who are interested in pre-sale, are investors. They have no intention to buy the house and move in. They just want to flip it, or maybe they can rent it out. So just in worst scenario, they have to sell it if they cannot complete the deal. So assignment is a kind of protection for them to escape from the contract. So I always check it out whenever the client signs the contract. What are the terms and conditions for the assignment? Yeah.
Because now I have few clients that they have a purchase from a developer and they cannot get a mortgage.
I know.
Financial institution, they need to go and get a mortgage from a private lender.
Yeah.
Sometimes even they cannot get from a private lender.
And I think the city of Lockheed, now they released Tower 4, right? They called me last night about that.
Yeah, so city of Tower is a little bit the unique situation, because they selling the properties step by step, I understand, but the worst scenario is that they complete the entire building almost at the same time, because Tower 1, Tower 2, Tower 3, they almost all completed. So in the market, there used to be a lot of Tower 1 sales right after completion. Last week, I checked it out, and then there are slowly the Tower 2 is coming out. So they are competing each other among themselves. So that is a very funny and abnormal situation, I believe. Not every pre-sale condos are like that, because they sell face by face, but at the same time they complete face by face. So they don't conflict or overlap each other. But Tower 1, I mean the city of Lohit, is very strange situation. So everybody just completed at the same time. And then unfortunately, now the timing wise, the mortgage rate was so high. So a lot of the owners are screaming now, and they are just trying to sell it as quickly as possible. So that also have a great impact on other resale condos nearby, especially because I was there. I had a listing of the Wynwood condo that is right across. Because the owner, I just checked the market situation every week for 3 weeks about what unit was sold and what unit was what unit came out newly, that kind of things. And I realized I am the only listing agent who sold the unit, and the rest of the unit, existing pre-sale unit, still there. No, and then also the new Tower 2, Tower 1 condo are rushing out. So the market situation is quite serious. Unless you put the right or very, very competitive price, you cannot sell it. And then, as you may know, in the situation like that, everything has a tipping effect. So if you fail within the first week of the opening of the listing, if you cannot get any offer during the first week, I don't think you can sell it within maybe 1 or 2 months unless you lower down the price. So you have to very closely monitor the situation almost every day basis, which one is coming out newly and which one is sold and how much. And then you have to adjust the price accordingly. Otherwise, they just sit there forever.
And now they have to remember Tower 3, it's a rentals only. So for those who wants to rent the unit out, it's also competition because a lot of units for rent.
Yeah, that's true.
So the price has to be maybe not the one they hoped for, right? More competitive. So, okay, thank you so much. Thank you for attending our Instagram live. If any questions, reach out to us, to Katie, to William, to Elvira, and to Ina. Ina is notary public and can help you closing the deal. Thank you.
So Ina, remember I talked with you over the phone last week about the new client from Ukraine or Russia, right?
Yeah.
Where my idea is that because I cannot speak either Russian or Ukraine, I don't think I'm the right person to take it over. Maybe Elvira can help, I think. And then because Elvira and I'm the same team, kind of under the same brokerage. So maybe if Elvira is okay, then she can just initiate the deal. And then maybe if Elvira needs some internal help, then I can get involved in. So I think that might be better. What do you think?
You know, with this guy, I think he's doing already something. I cannot tell you because he was sort of in rush. And when I talked to him, he told me that it will be sort of complicated. If he deal with one person, then he needs a time to get a translation from another person. And so, but I think in the future, if you have somebody, we will talk now, like we know each other. Yeah, and I think we will see every week or from time to time. So then we will have people together and we will think what to do. But this guy, he was sort of in a rush. And when I told him that I have you, but Natalie told me that Elvira, she doesn't know how to deal with leases. Yeah, but he is, sometimes we have people, clients, then they are sort of okay to talk, to wait, to understand. Some of them, they are so bossy and they will not wait. They don't want to talk to one, to second, to third person. Yeah, you know, yeah, all of us, we work with people. So With some of them, it's easy. With some of them, not too easy to.
Yeah.
These guys sort of the person like it's bossy, and I need right now. I have question you need to answer right now. I phone you, you need to answer. You don't answer, fired. So that's it, like this. So I explained him that we can do together, but he told me no, it doesn't work for me because I have question, I need answer right away. I need people answer me. I need them to answer my phone. I answer all the time. Whenever people phone me, I answer. I try, even if I have people. Sorry, I hear you. Yeah, I will call you back. But some people, they don't answer phone calls, and this is a problem for many clients right now.
Yeah.
So with this guy, I think maybe we will hear from him, maybe no. But I think we have other people. We have lots of newcomers right now from Ukraine, and I'm originally from Ukraine as well. So all community, every day I have 5, 6, 7 appointments with power of attorney, with wills, with any kind of requirements to do job for them.
Она сейчас хочет ключ забрать. Снесешь ей нос?
So just in case next time you may know, but if you deal with your new immigrant, you always have to check about their current status. So what I'm saying is that, especially if they want to buy the small business, without PR, I think they cannot buy. They can run the business. Okay. I know there is another technical way that they can run the business without PR, which means they set up the corporation and then corporation hire him as an owner, that kind of the tricky thing. But otherwise, they cannot run the business. And mostly, if they want to lease, the commercial lease, the first question from the landlord is that what is their credit, how much asset they have, and what is their current status, what kind of experience they had in here or in that country. So you should get that kind of the background check first. And secondly, if they want to buy the residential property, they must have their work permit. Without that, they cannot buy the residential property here. And on top of that, they have to pay 15% of the foreigner property transfer tax. So you have to explain
20% now, 20%.
Yeah, is it now 20%? Okay. So that is always confusing because the number already changed. Yeah, so you have to explain all that kind of tax things and rules and regulations up front. So we don't have to waste
some
the
exemptions.
time.
We have some exemptions.
I know we have some exemptions, of course, but in general,
residency. I'm doing this job every day.
Yeah.
I don't do job with companies. So, and it's not my job to double check with them what good business they want to open, what they saw. He is my client for a long time. I do lots of my job for him. Yeah, like notarization, power of attorney, translation, whatever. So he just phoned me because we are in good relation. He trusts me, so he phoned me. Oh, could you give me somebody who can help me?
Yeah.
So it just was simple question. So that's why I was looking around wherever I know people just to because when they work with you, they ask you for a doctor, for a store, for anything. Yeah. If you work with people, they have question. They know you, William. I know you. Do you know somebody? Do you know the store?
Yeah.
Do you know I have free time? Maybe I want to spend my free time. Do you know the good place? So they have lots of crazy questions that it's not our job, but still they phone, they ask. So the same, he phone and I want to give business for somebody that I know people. So I phone one person, she told me, oh, Natalia, phone Natalie, maybe she knows who is doing. So, and it's like we connected.
Okay. So, where are you located in now?
In Coquitlam.
Oh, in Coquitlam. Okay. I also live in Coquitlam. Okay.
Oh,
good to see.
yeah. Maybe you can come to my office and you can bring me your business card someday.
Sure. So Coquitlam, where? Where?
It's close to Lincoln Skytrain
Lincoln,
station.
I got it. Okay,
yeah,
got it. I see. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to live in the west of the plateau. I see. Okay.
And
Now
now
I
you live.
now I live
No.
in the Austin area. Yeah.
You don't like Westwood Plateau?
That is a little bit too deep inside and too high, especially in the winter time, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a beautiful area.
Yeah. I agree.
This is Homona came for the key. We have new listings on, she now bringing in furniture in Alliance building. It's 1 bedroom and den. Will be furnished for rent.
So I will see you at 12:30 then today?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. So
Ina,
nice to see you. Nice to see all of you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice to see you. Yeah.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Yeah.
Hope to work together.
Yeah, just keep in
the future.
touch. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that the market will be good right now, but you know,
No.
when we I'm working like 17 years in this business, and I know when I start doing my business, the market was down dramatically, so no business at all. And I opened my office and I was thinking, oh my God, no business, what to do? But I had lots of people like the line in my office, notarization. It's always something, yeah. But no purchase and sale. And I talked to, I don't know if you know, Wafa Masri. She is a notary on Kinsay. I did some job with her. And she told me, oh, you don't worry, it's will pick it up. And you know, like this was, it's will pick it up, it's will pick it up. And I said, when it's will pick it up, yeah. But at this time, like we generate future business, yeah, because we have time now to advertise ourselves, to talk to people. So this is the time to generate future business, and we have a little bit time for the rest, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's always up and down, and I think it's always regulated by the government. So when they do always something that the market should work. If you don't have real estate market, if it doesn't work, no economy in Canada, at all. So when it's too active, they do something that it needs slow down. When it's slowed down dramatically, they will do something that it will go up. It's always.
Hope so. Yeah.
It's always. So maybe it's time for us to meet each other, to know it, to help each other. Yeah. So
you can give us presentation about your services next time. What exactly, how cost, and what exactly you do. If you have a slideshow, it's even better. If not, just talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay. See you next time. Okay, bye. So Natalia is done now, right? Okay. We can move. We can now exit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See you next time. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Natalia, see you at 12:30 then. I think it got stuck. Okay. Bye.
Out.